the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Up jumps the boogie to the bang bang boogie.
You're not a man without the ability to multiply, not just from the sperm, but to multiply in this way. You are given the gifts. You come into a universe that is to serve you. So when you multiply what you know with what is here, you produce a product. That's right. Every man by nature is a producer. Yes, sir. And any man who is not producing is a man that is dissatisfied with himself. Listen, brothers, listen. For you to work for somebody else who's producing. Mr. So-and-so downtown, that's his vision. I need you to pull out the trash. I need you to do, well, it's a job. But it ain't what you're here for. Take it as long as it will allow you to feed your family without resorting to crime. But always remember that you will never be the man that you could be until you become a producer. And you know what, brothers? The whole aim of the government in white America is to keep you without power and dominion. And the reason they're so upset that Farrakhan wants to talk to black men, they act as though we're doing something wrong. If I were Johnny Gill, who is my wonderful little brother, Johnny had a concert for women only. The law said nothing. Teddy Pendergrass had a concert for women only. Nobody said nothing. But I come to want to talk to black men, but all of a sudden I'm offending some law. What law am I offending to talk to black men? Brother, comes from knowing. Power, brother, comes from knowing and then uniting with others who know. Power comes from pooling your resources, brother. Power comes from developing what you have of your gifts and using it for the betterment of yourself, your family, and your community. That is what power is. First, knowledge. Once you accept the knowledge, clean up your life. Brothers, stop giving the whiskey merchant your money. Stop giving the dope dealer your money. It's all right to have Air Jordans on, but to pay $80. Sometimes it's a whole $100 for what we call sneakers in our day. And they still sneakers today. They're ripping you off, brother. They got designer pants, designer jeans, designer this, designer that. And if you don't have the means, you know how you do. You rip somebody off for the jacket, for some shoes. This is insanity, brothers. Let me show you what we could do with just the men in here tonight. We got some dead presidents here. Look, brothers, in see your community, you have Koreans, you have Arabs, you have other ethnic groups in your community, providing us with our goods and services, taking the money from our community out to build their communities, leaving our communities weak and underdeveloped. It's not the Arabs' fault. That's right. It's not the Koreans' fault.
You say they ought to respect us. That's what they need to respect us.
Well, they would if you showed some respect for yourself. You don't allow people to respect you because you don't do what commands respect. Come on. We got enough intelligence in the black community that we should be able to provide our community with everything that our community needs and keep the money revolving in our own community. Look, brothers, there's about 2,000 or more of us in here. And if we just trusted somebody enough, which is a big thing, to put $20 in their hand, 2,000 times 20 is how much? $40,000. That ain't bad. Go to a bank up here. With $40,000, they got some property in their portfolios that they're closing or in foreclosure that we could pick up. We could begin rehabbing, putting people to live in it. Take the rent, put it back in our account. Right. Come back again, pool again, 40 more thousand. Pool again, 40 more thousand. They set up a supermarket and make sure that every one of our families shop with their own. Keep the money in your own circle. Pool again. Buy some more property. You got carpenters in here. You got electricians and tradesmen of every kind, and you got young people who don't know anything about a trade. Put the young brother with the older brother. Teach the young brother the trade. Go in and fix up the property, lower the rent, and put the people in it. Keep the rent, put it back in your treasury. Come back together again, put another couple of dead presidents together. Say, all right, brothers. We need to go to the earth, because the earth is the source of all of our life's sustenance. Yes. God got the floods in the Midwest. Farmers want to get out. Put your money together. Everybody buying up America except you. Right. You buying drugs. You buying alcohol. You buying foolishness. Here's CBS was for sale just a few years ago. With just some of the money that we put in drugs, we could have bought CBS. And you wouldn't have to be going to see Schindler's List, somebody talking about somebody else's Holocaust. But you could then put your own story on your own television. But you are so disorganized, powerless. Look at the farm. We could own thousands of acres of farmland just for pooling a little bit. Get on the farmland. You say, Lord, give us this day our daily bread. But you ain't sowing no wheat nowhere. You waiting for tip-top and wonder when it's coming. But if you and I would pool our money and harvest it. Turn the wheat into flour and turn the flour into bread. And then send bread into all the major cities. Eat the black man's bread. Eat bread that's wholesome and clean without all of these degenerative things in the bread. On your farm, you set up a canning factory. And you begin to pull your peas and your corn and your asparagus from the ground in your cannon. And then you put your own product on your shelf in your supermarket across the country. Then we eating from our own peas. First Baptist peas. Muslim corn. Or raising your own chickens. Have land for your cows and your sheep. No pigs. Sheep and cows to graze. Set up your dairy. Put your ultra-modern dairy together and milk your cows. And send the black man's milk into the black community. Stock your shelves, and instead of a white face on it, put your face on it. And we go and eat our own milk, eat our own bread, eat from our own canned products, raise our own chicken, and the billions of dollars that we spend for food with the merchants of death, that money goes back in our own pockets. Then you take the hide from the cattle and you make your own shoe. Then you buy you a fishing trawler and you go out on the high seas and you fish like the Japanese are doing. You can do what you want to do, black man. It's your day. You might as well kick the fish and stand up and let's go for it like real men. You gotta set up your own schools. These schools are killing people. Killing your babies like they killed you and me. But if you either take them over or set up your own, then you put teachers in there that love black children and know how to teach and train black children. Then you set up your own hospital. Much cutting and shooting as you do, you should have your own. But of course, we're gonna cut that out. But you should have your own hospital. And then the young men that are your warriors. And they protect what you build. This is our farm. This is our land. This is our trucking company. This is our radio station, our television station. This is our bank. This is our ship. And these are our soldiers protecting what belongs to our community. And after a while, your women, when they see you coming, that's my name. They'll honor us again, brothers. They'll respect us again, brothers. They'll love us like they used to in the days when we built kingdoms in Africa. They will love us again. And they will say to all the world, I'm proud to bear a child for this mighty black man that will continue in his image and in his likeness. This is not a pipe dream. Good program. This can happen. Yes, sir. It is happening. Yes, sir. And it will happen more so. I want to come back to Boston. want me to talk to them too. But I would like to have a second meeting with the men. Only we need to be in the arena so that all the men that want to come can come. I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I want to close. I don't want you to rush to the door, but I want to close on this note. Brothers, God has blessed your brother from Boston who grew up in this city and went to school here. To be loved by black people all over America and throughout the black world. Brothers, for the first time in a long time, black people trust a black man. Black people know that I won't sell us out. That's right. Black people may not agree with everything that I say, but they know that I will be faithful to you and to our future. So when you see Time Magazine say that 67% of black people see Farrakhan as an effective leader, and 63%, according to Time, say that they believe that I speak the truth, and 70% say that I have a message for all of America to hear. If you would trust me, what I talked about tonight can become a reality. Listen, I don't live bad. I dress well. Yes, sir. Wait, I ride well. Yes, sir. But this is nothing. Yes, sir. This is nothing, guys. I live in a home that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad built. It's a beautiful home. Yes, sir. But what good is it? Yes, sir. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me when I walked him into his home, he said, I will not be in this house with my foot propped up, enjoying the beauty of this mighty fine home, but I'll be in this home thinking of how I can get all 30 million of our people into homes like this. Listen, Elijah Muhammad told me before he departed from us how he wanted me to think and speak. And he said, don't think for some, and don't speak for some. Think for all, and speak for all. And then he said, this is the way I want you to think. You've got 30 million people who eat 3 meals a day. And at each meal, they eat at least 1 slice of bread. So 30 million people eat 90 million slices of bread per day. 630 million slices of bread per week. 32,760,000,000 slices of bread per year. How much land must we have under wheat cultivation to give our people their daily bread? When you figure that out, that's the amount of bread land you go for. That's right. Then you think about the sheep and the cattle and the beef that people eat. How much beef cattle must you have? How much grazing land must you have to feed your people? Then clothe your people. Then shelter your people. And for the from the youth to the very elderly. They have love and respect for their brother. It is not oratorical skill.
That's right.
But there's something between me and you
Yes.
that's more profound than a tongue.
That's right.
It's the soul of your brother touching the essence of God in you. That when you hear your brother, you know beyond a doubt, even if you came just to see what he was going to say, and I don't like the nigga, but I'm going to hear him. You can't listen to me and go away the same way you came in. Even if you wanted to hear me, you end up loving me because you know that I am sincere. I talked to you for 2 hours. No notes, no way. And I could go on for 2 days, for 2 weeks, for 2 years, and never repeat myself because something is inside. God made me for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he made me for you. Now the enemy sees me clearer than you see me.
Listen.
And they have determined, because of the increased love that you have for me, that I must die. I ain't worried. They don't want to kill me themselves. They want to incite it from one of my own brothers so that they could say, well, it was some internal problem. I would say to all of those who are listening via television or radio, that's the most dangerous thought you could get. If you don't like Farrakhan, then leave me alone. To plot against my life is to get your own life in trouble with God. In the name of Allah, I want America. If you doubt that God is with me, bring your men of God out in the public. Anybody whom you think is close to God, bring him out. Go ahead. And let him pray for something. And let me pray for something. And if you want to test whether God is with me, then try me. And if God be for me, who can be against me? There has never been a black man in history that the white media has dumped on like they dump on Farrakhan. But the more they dump on me, the stronger black people get. Because they know if the media is dumping on me like that, there must be something right about Farrakhan that's striking the hell out of me. And I don't play with religion, and I don't not play with your life and your destiny. You are sacred to me. So I'm going throughout America, calling on black men that the future of our race and our nation is in our hands. Our women have carried the ball too long, too hard, and they have been both men and women while we slept. But it's time for the black man to wake up and stand up and take our rightful place.
We rockin' more powers. Up jumps the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Up jumps the boogie to the bang bang boogie. We rockin' more powers. We rockin' more powers. 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 Up jumps the boogie to the bang bang boogie. I cut off your head, nigga. One time for your mind, this is what I said, nigga. You see red. More powers. More powers. More powers. More powers.